As of right now, I have about 10 tattoos. Half of them I regret getting. Hey y'all, I am back. If you don't know who I am, my name is Latoya, and I'm a 30-something-year-old woman trying to figure it out. So first things first, it's been a while since you've seen me. And granted, it's only like a few of y'all that's been watching the few videos that I have, but it's been a while. And I must say, life has been lifing. Life has been a little rough. You know, we'll get into it later in a later video. But life has been a little rough. However, you know, we gotta keep on keeping on. What Mariah said,
I'll do the best I can with what I got.
I'm gonna do the best I can with what it is I got. Okay. And you know, it's a new year, and I made a promise to myself that I'm gonna do everything that I want to do. I'm gonna do everything that makes me happy, that brings something out of me. And it may not make sense to anyone but me, but I'm gonna do it for me. And so this is me coming back to this channel. I'm very excited, and I know greatness is ahead of me, it's upon me, and I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get to that point. So, with that being said, like I said, life has been lifing. I kind of had a crash out, and you know, it is what it is. However, I got a new tattoo, which has inspired me to make a video about all the tattoos I have gotten on my body. So as of right now, I have about 10 tattoos. Half of them I regret getting. But you know, we're gonna get into that later. But yes, I have 10 tattoos, and I got my first tattoo when I was 18 years old. And I regret it. I regret it so bad, and I remember it so distinctively. I was 18, it was the summer, I was home from school. My cousin Nick was in town, and him, my older sister, and I decided that we were going to get tattoos together. And do you want to know where this particular tattoo is located? On my titty. I just want to say this. As a woman who is 33 years old, which means I'm very grown, I believe that young people should not do permanent things before the age of 25. So that's get married, have kids, and get tattoos. Because you're going to be like me and regret it. Why did the people in my life think getting a tattoo on my titty was okay?
Okay. Whatever that means.
I probably would never intentionally show my tattoo on my breast. It says "Simply Beautiful," which is so stupid. I mean, granted, I do love the song about Al Green, and it is like a reinforcement of just loving myself and a mantra, if you will. However, I didn't need to get it on my breast. But it's funny because, I actually had to deal with a lot of things, dealing with my breast, having breast cancer. So, I mean, it's still kind of like reinforced, like, loving on myself during difficult times. However, I still did not need to get a titty tat. And I do regret it. I do. So that was my first tattoo. Again, I got it with my cousin and my sister. My cousin, I think he got something on his arm. My sister got a tattoo on her back, and then I got a titty tat. I regret it, but it is what it is. And one day I will get that tattoo removed, but I just feel like technology needs to kind of move forward in that realm because I really don't want to be in like a huge amount of pain to remove a tattoo. Next, when I was like 19, turning 20, I was actually turning 20. I got this stupid shit here. This is a crown with a with queen on it. I got this tattoo when I was in Nashville. The tattoo shop is no longer in business, thank God, because what is this? I got it with two of my friends. I was even planning on getting a tattoo. In fact, like I really didn't have no business being in a tattoo shop. However, my friend Jessica and Chris got tattoos. In fact, Chris got a tattoo on his leg. And the guy who was doing the tattoo was like so cool, and we were chatting, and we were just chopping it up. And he was like, "Oh, you want a tattoo? I'll give you a tattoo." And during this time of my life, this was like 2011. It was 2011. I was like so obsessed with Jean-Michel Basquiat and his usage of crowns. I was like, "Oh, I just want to get a crown." Like at first I wanted to get like a crown right here. And he was like, "Oh, that's going to really hurt. You should just get it right here." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So he was like, "Well, why don't I put queen under it?" And I was like, "Okay, cool. Why is the queen like it's like bunched up?" Granted, this is like 13 years ago, but it is terrible. Then, while the tattoo was healing, I just had this brilliant idea to cover the tattoo with a watch. So the color is supposed to be purple. Half of the color got taken off. I also regret this tattoo. One day, I don't necessarily want to get this tattoo removed. I just want to like cover it up or try to enhance it as best as possible. More than likely, I'll have to go to someone who specializes in a small needle to do like small details. But essentially, I would love to like get something added that like goes to my arm. Not my arm. I would like to get something added to add to my hand because I really do enjoy hand tattoos. So maybe that's something that I would do. But I do regret it. I should have known that a free tattoo was going to be a disaster. Moving on, tattoo number 3. Now, the first of this little trilogy was my sunflower here. I got that in 2019, I believe. Again, one of my cousins, Asia, and my niece, we were just chilling, or maybe my cousin came by my house and was like, "Hey, I'm about to get a tattoo." And I was like, "Oh, it's been years since I got one. Let me go with you," because it was 8 years since this disaster. So I went on Pinterest, and the original picture had the sunflower with the stem going around the arm. When I got there to get a tattoo, my cousin, I think she got something with a bull or something. I sat down to get my tattoo. It hurted so bad. I was like, no.
Oh my God!
My tattoo was hurting so bad. I was like, no, like this hurts really, really bad. And I have a high pain tolerance. And I was like, no, 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 no. So we just stopped at mid arm, and that was the start of that. Like I said, I love sunflowers. I love what sunflowers represent for me personally. It reminds me of strength, it reminds me of beauty. So I'm just literally obsessed with sunflowers. Next, the Ciemiano right here. I got that when I was in Costa Rica, which was in December of 2019. So I went to Costa Rica with my friends, Belle and Olivia. And we're around Costa Rica. We're literally having the best trip ever. Like, it was so much fun, like so many laughs, such a good time. However, we went zip lining, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I can do this. We got up to the high point of the zip lining, and I literally froze up, and I never in my life have been so scared.
Are you ready? Y'all, Toya is the scariest person
In my life. Like, I was like, oh my God, like this is terrible. I don't want to do this. Like, literally the guides had to like get on the zip line with me and zip line with me, because I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I was so riddled with anxiety and stress that I was just like, I can't do this.
We did it. We did it. Barely, but we made it.
And so we were walking around, I believe it was St. Juan, Costa Rica, and we came across a tattoo shop, and we were all like, okay, let's get tattoos. And I wanted to get No Fear, because I scared myself with how afraid I was to do that zip lining. I'm like, I never want to feel that way ever again. Like, I'm going to like never allow myself to be that afraid again. So I used my Google Translator and was like, yeah, I want to get No Fear tattooed on me.
Alright, it's going down. CP Toya about to take us away.
And they was like, well, with our language, it really won't be no fear, it'll be without fear. I was like, okay, cool. So that's what I got near there. In 2019 also, like, was such a great year for me. It was like a year that I definitely needed. I had so much fun. I met so many great people. And I did that, and I had this time because I allowed myself to I extended myself beyond like my circle. And so that tattoo really just represented that time frame in my life. It was right before the pandemic, like literally December of 2019, and it was just a great reminder of like a good time in my life. Now fast forward to September of 2024, which literally was a few months ago. My cousin Asia, she was like, hey, you want to go to this tattoo shop? They're having deals. And also you can get your nose pierced at a cheap rate, because I've been talking about how I wanted to get my nose pierced since forever, and they're doing it on sale. So I was like, hell yeah. So we went. I got my nose pierced.
It's on you just in case we start to bleed everywhere, okay?
Okay.
Don't wanna mess up your shirt.
You won't need to count or anything, but just hit shit.
Just do it.
Go. Big quote. Good job. Hit the money shot right there.
You wanna sniff so bad, don't you?
I do.
I told you. There you go.
Sniff away. Sneeze the blood all over you. Girl, that's so good.
You did so good.
I'm glad we moved it too. That look good.
And also, I got these little stars.
Those look so good, by the way. Thank you.
That's what everyone's like. Why don't you got Dragon Ball Z? And it's like, because it's gonna
Taking it like a boss.
it's gonna be future Trunks, like, and they're like, Trunks, what the hell? It's like, dude, that's my boy. Like,
With her. So both she and I have the stars. And then also I have a cherry near my foot. This is me trying to show the cherry. I think you can see it. But yeah, it's a cherry near my ankle. Why did I get these tattoos? I don't really have like a deep meaning. You know, it was just something cool to do with my cousin and something to remind me of her, who I love deeply. The cherries doesn't really mean anything other than like I'm very sensitive about my feet. So I did that, and yeah, I really love my nose piercing, and yeah. So I thought I was done with tattoos. Back in my mind, I did say that at some point I wanted to get butterflies near my sunflower, and so one random day, my niece was like, "Let's do some random shit." So we went and got tattoos. So I was like, I want to get tattooed. I want to get butterflies. I am literally, quite literally, very obsessed with the concept of how butterflies are. Now I'm sounding like Mariah Carey, but I love that they start off as caterpillars and decompose themselves to become butterflies. Like that act of like removing yourself to become your best self. Like I'm so obsessed with that. And so I got these smaller butterflies because again, like the lady in the front desk was like, well, for the details butterfly, you would need someone who specializes in a smaller needle, which means they can do smaller artwork. So I got these like outlines. Then under the sunflower, I have trust the process, which is very much a mantra of like life right now. I'm just really trying to enable myself to trust the process, even when I don't know what's going on. Even though when things seems a little fuzzy, I gotta trust the process. I gotta understand and know like the best is yet to come. And so, yeah. So, will I get any more tattoos? Honestly, I don't know. As of right now, probably not. I do have one particular tattoo I would like to get, but I don't foresee myself getting this tattoo anytime soon. When I showed my mother the new tattoo, she was like, please don't get no more. Actually, please don't get any more on your arm. And she was like, no, let me not say that because you might just get it just to spite me. And I was like, I might. But no, I think I'm done for like right now. But you know, sometimes things just happen, you know, just come out of nowhere. Things just happen out of nowhere. So you never know. But yeah, that is me and my discussions of my tattoos. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to y'all very, very soon. All right.